In the land of the tyrant, where the sun never sets, we march to the beat of oppression's drums.
She worked for years at Uber. Her placement in this key role, experts believe, seems part of a broader pattern of the traditionally apolitical OPM being converted to use as a political tool.
Just face value. You're not beating the lizard person accusations with a name like Amanda Scales. Sorry.
Did you see when she blinked?
Yeah. Everything's vibe-based, and a name like Amanda Scales not gonna...
Hold on.
Amanda Scales. She's a dragon. That's a weird name, yeah.
Wait, go back to that frame right there. You see those eyes?
They flickered. It continues. Sources say that Riccardo Biasini, formerly an engineer at Tesla and most recently director of operations for the Las Vegas Loop at the Boring Company.
Oh, a real history of success for this fucking guy.
Bring in the big brains. That was Musk's tunnel building operation. He's also at the OPM as a senior advisor to the director. Steve Davis, the CEO of the Boring Company, is rumored to be advising Musk on cuts to be made via Doge, and was integral in Musk's gutting of Twitter, now X, after his takeover of the company in 2022.
Bro, the Boring Company was literally a company that Elon Musk made to just dig holes. To dig holes. And now that guy went to Twitter when Elon was destroying Twitter. Now Twitter has Nazis all over the place. Nazis, pedophiles, people that share child exploitation images. Elon has unbanned a bunch of people that shared child exploitation images, which is really fucking weird. He'd unban a bunch of Nazis. He let a bunch of robots on Twitter. Like, it's terrible now. It's terrible. And the same guy that did that, Elon is putting to fucking destroy the government here.
According to the same sources, other people at the top of the new OPM food chain include two people with apparent software engineering backgrounds, whom Wired is not naming because of their ages. One, a senior advisor to the director, is a 21-year-old whose online resume touts his work for Palantir, the government contractor and analytics firm co-founded by billionaire Peter Thiel, who is its chair. The former CEO of PayPal and longtime Musk associate, Thiel is a Trump supporter who helped bankroll the 2022 Senate campaign of his protege, Vice President J.D. Vance. The other, who reports directly to Scales, graduated from high school in 2024, according to a mirrored copy of an online resume and his high school's student magazine. He lists jobs as a camp counselor and a bicycle mechanic among his professional experiences, as well.
Look at this. NBC News, verified, pro-Nazi X accounts flourish under Elon Musk. Like, it's all over the place. He's fucking backing he's backing the fucking,
Musk has long supported right-wing causes here in
the Nazi Party, basically the Nazi Party. It's called the AfD Party in Germany. Loser, dude. He's a loser weirdo. He's a loser. Is Elon Musk a Nazi, and can he get European far-right hardlines? See, this is him giving a speech at that far-right Germany party. Look at that. Elon Musk X bans revealing the names of anonymous users after scrutiny. So people are criticizing him, and then he removes their anonymous like nature. He shows people their name. Scrutiny of an anti-Semitic cartoonist. Yeah, he basically unbanned that guy. His name is Stone Toss, which is a fucking Nazi cartoonist. Elon unbanned that guy. Yeah, this fucking weirdo. See, this dude's a Nazi cartoonist, and Elon like unbanned him and stuff after he made some weird shit, some anti-Semitic thing. Here's the money Doge saved us. Thanks. And then this guy just walks to Israel with it. Like, what the fuck? Twitter unbans account that posted child sexual abuse. Look at this. This motherfucker is a weirdo. He needs to be put in jail. It won't let me read it. Twitter defends restoring account that shared child abuse. Here's another one. They all want me to pay to read it. Twitter X defends restoring account that shared child abuse material. Bro, these motherfuckers are pedos, they're Nazis, they're weird fucks. But yeah, there's plenty of articles on this stuff, guys. It's not good.
Well, as a summer role at Neuralink, Musk's brain-computer interface company.
You know, everyone was saying our government is too geriatric, and
the monkey's paw has curled. So now we just get a bunch of baby faces in there with actually no experience. And look, maybe this guy has a Neuralink in his brain, maybe not.
Remember the reality show Kid Nation?
Yeah.
Well, we're doing Kid Nation for real.
Remember Child President? He's president.
Yeah. Hey, remember how when Elon bought Twitter, he started calling random employees into performance review meetings with himself or his lackeys, where the employee would have to show off their most impressive lines of code, despite Musk and his lackeys having no understanding of how Twitter worked and therefore no contextual basis to judge any of that code by? You remember that? Well, they're doing that again, too. Here's Wired. Over the last few days, workers at the Technology Transformation Services, TTS, which is housed within the General Services Administration, GSA, have been summoned into what one source called sneak attack meetings to discuss their code and projects with total strangers, some quite young, who lacked official government email addresses and have been reticent to identify themselves. TTS workers have also received confusing transition guidance and a sudden DC office visit from Musk. TTS helps develop the platforms and tools that underpin many government services, including analytics tools and API plugins that agencies can use to deploy tech faster.
Also, Elon Musk, if you guys don't know this, Elon Musk, remember when there were some kids from Thailand stuck in a cave? Elon Musk called the guy that saved the kids a pedophile because the guy that saved the kids from the cave that flooded in Thailand. This happened years ago, a long ass time ago. Elon Musk wins defamation over pedo. Yeah, here it is. Elon Musk calls British diver in Thai cave rescue pedophile. He calls him a pedo in baseless attack. So Elon Musk, there was a cave that was flooded in Thailand, and they had to get these kids out super quick because they had a field trip and it flooded. Elon Musk's dumbass wants to build a robot submarine thing. He needs to fucking invent it like Iron Man. He needs to quickly invent this robot submarine thing to get the kids in there one at a time, right? And they have a time limit. These kids are starving. They don't have food, water. They're gonna die in there. And so this fucking British diver dude is like, no, you stupid idiot. We don't have time for you to make a fucking submarine thing. You stupid dumbass. Let me rescue them. So the guy rescues them, and when the guy rescues them, Elon Musk calls the guy a pedo for rescuing the kid. What? The guy that unbans child exploitation images. The guy that unbans people that share child exploitation images, calling someone a pedo for saving kids in a cave. I hate this world. What are we living in? What is the world that we're living in?
Means that the group has access to troves of government data and systems across agencies. That access is useful for standardizing the many, not always interoperable systems that the federal government uses, but could also provide invaluable information to a private company or be weaponized against government employees and citizens. Cool, 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 very cool.
Yeah.
We love it.
Now, Musk has appointed one of his Tesla engineers to run TTS, but the code review meetings have been with random Musk allies who just barge in and sometimes refuse to even identify themselves, including multiple college-aged randos who apparently have been granted high-level clearance. And it goes without saying, but regardless of whatever tech background these cronies have, the stuff TTS works on is not the kind of thing you want to be messing around with lightly. Remember all the weird outages and glitches early on in Twitter 2.0? A bad social media user experience is one thing, but this is software that vital government services rely on to properly function. So no fail whale, actually just could get really bad. So of course that's terrifying. Unfortunately, Twitter isn't real life is no longer a valid statement. And here's something possible.
Yeah, Twitter is becoming real life, y'all. It's becoming real life. It's terrifying.
Even more terrifying via the Washington Post. David A. Lebrick, who served in non-political roles at Treasury for several decades, announced his retirement Friday in an email to colleagues obtained by the Washington Post. President Donald Trump named Lebrick as acting secretary upon taking office last week. Lebrick had a dispute with Musk's surrogates over access to the payment system the U.S. government uses to disperse trillions of dollars every year, the people said. The exact nature of the disagreement was not immediately clear, they said. Officials affiliated with Musk's Department of Government Efficiency have been asking since after the election for access to the system, the people said. Requests that were reiterated more recently, including after Trump's inauguration. Tom Krause, a Silicon Valley executive who has now been detailed to Treasury, is among those involved, the people said. Krause did not respond to requests for comment.
Come on, let me just see it. Let me into the payment system. Come on. Come on.
I need to see all the Social Security. What's a social security payment? What is that? Can I see how much a social security payment is worth?
Want to take a look at it?
Dad said I could look at it.
Typically, only a small number of career officials control Treasury's payment systems. Run by the Bureau of the Fiscal Service, the sensitive systems control the flow of more than $6 trillion annually to households, businesses, and more nationwide. Tens, if not hundreds of millions of people across the country rely on the systems, which are responsible for distributing Social Security and Medicare benefits, salaries for federal personnel, payments to government contractors and grant recipients, and tax refunds, among...
Guys, they want that money. They want that money. That $6 trillion. They want that shit. They're gonna get it. They want that money, bro. Oh my god, dude. They're trying to get it. They want that. They want to funnel that shit as a tax cut.
Tens of thousands
the richest
of other functions. The possibility that government officials might try to use the federal payment system, which essentially functions as the nation's checkbook, to enact a political agenda is unprecedented, said Mark Mazur, who served in senior Treasury Department roles during the Obama and Biden administrations. This is a mechanical job. They pay Social Security benefits, they pay vendors, whatever. It's not one where there's a role for non-mechanical things, at least from the career standpoint. Your whole job is to pay the bills as they're due, Mazur said. It's never been used in a way to execute a partisan agenda. You have to really put bad intentions in place for that to be the case.
Also, goes without saying, but Elon Musk famous for not paying his bills. So when he sees a bill to be paid, he's going to actively ignore that bill.
Yeah, I mean, it was one thing when he was stiffing landlords. I almost was on his side with that.
Yeah.
But if you're stiffing like grant recipients and federal employees
And Social Security recipients, eventually, if the systems fail.
Also, like, even though they supposedly rescinded like the funding freeze, there's a bunch of people, particularly in the sciences, who are living off grants, the money spout is still turned off for them, and they're all freaking out because they were already pretty underpaid as like researchers and shit. And now they're just like, I have to like talk to my landlord and see if they, like, I'm fucked. So
yeah, it somehow though gets worse. Here's Reuters. Aides to Elon Musk charged with running the U.S. government Human Resources Agency have locked career civil servants out of computer systems that contain the personal data of millions of federal employees, according to two agency officials. The two officials, who spoke to Reuters on condition of anonymity for fear of retaliation, said some senior career employees at OPM have had their access revoked to some of the department's data systems. The systems include a vast database called Enterprise Human Resources Integration, which contains dates of birth, social security numbers, appraisals, home addresses, pay grades, and lengths of service of government workers, the officials said. We have no visibility into what they are doing with the computer and data systems, one of the officials said. That is creating great concern. There is no oversight. It creates real cybersecurity and hacking implications. Officials affected by the move can still log on and access functions such as email, but can no longer see the massive data sets that cover every facet of the federal workforce. Oh, good. Oh, good.
seems bad. A team including current and former employees of Musk assumed command of OPM on January 20th, the day Trump took office. They have moved sofa beds onto the 5th floor of the agency's headquarters, which contains the director's office and can only be accessed with a security badge or a security escort, one of the OPM employees said. The sofa beds have been installed so the team can work around the clock, the employee said. God, can you imagine the smell? Musk, a major donor to a famously demanding boss, installed beds at X for employees to enable them to work longer when, in 2022, he took over the social media platform formerly known as Twitter.
Watch them start putting beds in like the fucking treasury of the United States. They're all gonna start sleeping in there and like keep hacking the fucking computers.
It feels like a hostile takeover, the employee said. The acting head of OPM, Charles Ezell, has been sending memos to the entire government workforce since Trump took office, including Tuesday's offering federal employees the chance to quit with 8 months' pay. No one here knew that the memos were coming out. We are finding out about these memos the same time as the rest of the world, one of the officials said.
So yeah, he's assuming direct control over a bunch of vital, previously non-political and largely independent aspects of government, and boxed out everyone who actually knows what they're doing. And this guy, by the way, unelected, bought his way in. And whether he fucks everything up on purpose or fucks everything up because he's completely out of his depth, everything is getting fucked up. The guy who's essentially running the US government right now is someone who was never even elected and hasn't heard the word no in decades. And also can't fathom that anyone else on Earth could be smarter than himself on any subject, and is allegedly just railing ketamine all throughout the day and night, all the livelong day. And he's also a fascist, so you can't forget that part. He's a
Yeah.
He's out there doing it. It feels like years ago, but the guy currently running our government did a Nazi salute on stage just last week, twice, and then appeared at a rally to endorse Germany's most popular fascist party. And that's a good point to pivot to some news that's still related to all this other bullshit, but only tangentially.
The greatest country in the world. All of the countries I got my little girls. Number one exporters of sugar. All of the countries have inferior sugar. Home of famous cigar. It's started by capitalists all around the world. Cuba, you're a very nice place. From the hills of Guantanamo to southern Havana. Cuba, friend of all except America. They're very nosy people with gold up their ass. Cuba, industry best in world. We invented coffee and the shaving knife. Cuba, you very nice place. From hills of Guantanamo to southern Havana. Congress mightiness of our leader. From junction with the testes.